ADA, and I've got it on 1-day view. And what you can see is all the sort of highs and lows over the past few days, since say 9th of April. And I'm going to move that to 15-minute view. I'm going to show you a technique that I've been using, and firstly put some of my infamous lines in. So this is sort of the low points. That's okay. And then so I'll put another one at the top. Just move that here. Okay, so we can see from here, if I put my cursor there, that this was at 6:45 last night, and that's the lowest point, and then it got to the highest point around 8:30. So from 6:45 to 8:30, it took a while to get to that high point, and then it got down to its lowest point about 11 o'clock last night. So from 6:30 to 11 o'clock, that's about 5 hours, I think. And then it got to its highest point again very quickly. It was about 15 minutes, and then it took until 2 a.m. from 11:30ish, 11:45 till 2 a.m. So it's just over a couple of hours to get to its lowest point again, and then it got to its highest point again 4:15, so a couple of hours just over, and then another sort of actually it's a bit less than that, so 4:15 to 5:45, 1.5 hours to get to its lowest point again. And it didn't go too far up at 7:45, but then was back down again at 8:45, and then up again 10 o'clock, so an hour and a quarter, and then back down again at 11 o'clock, so roughly 1.25 hours to 2-ish hours apart. So it got to that lowest point there. Let's just move this tool here and pop you there. So 11:15, and we can actually expect it to get to its highest point. Excuse me. Let's use a little pink line. I like pink. There we go. And we'll just go right through the middle of these candles. So it doesn't like me tapping on there. And yeah, we can expect it to get to its sort of highest point around, if it sticks to the orange line, around 12:45 today. So in about 15 minutes. It's going at a very sort of like aggressive sort of journey at the moment, although it seems to be teetering off. And then based on sort of the last sort of few, you can calculate its property. Like you could go from here to here and then go, right, okay, that divided by 5, because it's been down 5 times, and have a really good sort of like median sort of number. But I'm going to sort of just randomly say, okay, from about 1.5 hours would be around was 11:45, 12:45, 1:15, sorry, 2:15, about there, I would say. It should come back. So what I might do, and also the price, more importantly, at that point will be around 1.73. So what you could do is you could put an alert for just before it comes up, about 1.7411. That's what I would do. So I'd just sort of go put in an alert, create an alert, and then say the last price goes down to, what did we say? I can't remember what we said. Hang on a minute. 1.4. Let's go to 1.424, just in case it doesn't come down too far. 1.424. 1.7424 even, and save that. Okay, so what will happen when it reaches this is no point, there's no point at all buying now, because it could go all the way to the top. It might just end here and come back down, but the best time is to take it when it's at the bottom of a pattern, and then go by there, and then make sure that you sort of have another alert set for up here, or put sort of stop limits as you go up. And this is sort of hopefully, as long as the pattern is still continuous. What you can also do is just look at historically, has this been similar patterns? Yes, they're sort of pretty much yes there, and then it sort of went down a little bit, and then it's been going back. I look for these sort of trends. I say patterns, that doesn't sound great, but trends regularly, and this is a good trend. What I would be a little bit concerned about is that 1.77 approximately is where it's at now, 1.776. It's kind of high. It doesn't seem to go much further than that normally. Like, here's the day. So it's really only been above that a couple of times. So be wary that it's likely to come back down. It's on a high right now, as you can see, for today, and potentially will drop after today, like it sort of suggests from these trends, although sometimes it doesn't. Here it sort of came down then back up again, but generally speaking it will drop. Hope it doesn't, but like, it could go back up like this one, but it's sort of one of those flatter candles, which means that it's probably ready to go down again. So I think so anyway. So anyway, that's sort of my little bit of insight.